Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all my students of Green Valley Schools. This is Khadir Khan here. In today's video, we will discuss about the history of viruses. In previous video, we discussed about a small introduction about viruses, what are viruses, how it replicates, just a generalized form where I took the example of bacteriophages, where they inject their DNA into the host cell. And from there on, the genetic material gets inside the host cell, they starts to replicate. Synthesis takes place where they produce exact copy of their genetic material. Once the whole cell is filled up with exact copies of genetic material, a protein code is formed and lysis of the bacterial cell takes place where the bacterial cell dies and burst opens, releasing thousands of bacteriophages. And each bacteriophage starts their own journey again. Again the life cycle repeats. Bacteriophages are nothing but the viruses which kills the bacteria that we have seen yesterday. Today let us look into the history of viruses. As everyone knows, virus is a submicroscopic infectious agent which replicates inside the living cells. Apart from that, the origin of viruses is evolutionary. How it is evolutionary? According to history of viruses, still it is unclear from where they have evolved. But scientists and biologists say that there might be two ways it has evolved, like they might be evolved from plasmids. Plasmids are the pieces of DNA that move between the cells. Or they might be evolved from bacterial cells. It's a hypothesis, but still it is unclear how the viruses are evolved. Virus actually means poison. During 1398, by a scientist named John Trevisa, he referred virus as first time as poison. Louis Pasteur identified an infectious agent in rabies, but he was unable to identify what it is. He just gave a statement that rabies is caused by an organism which is smaller than bacteria, which cannot be seen through microscope, in other words. In other words, he was referring it to viruses. Then next what it says, Dmitry Ivanovsky, a Russian biologist, in 1892, he got an extract of tobacco leaf plant, he filtered it, again refiltered, and he injected it into healthy plants. He saw even after filtering the infected plant extract, healthy plant is also getting the disease. Why he filtered? He wanted to filter bacteria. Now Dmitry said that there is an infectious agent other than bacteria which is infecting even these healthy plants. He didn't come to conclusion about exactly viruses, but he said something is there which is smaller and more infectious than bacteria. Based on his studies, the scientist in 1898, Martinus Beijerinck, he referred this organism as virus, which means nothing but poison. As the history moved on, we can see in early 20th century, English biologist Frederick Twort discovered a group of viruses which kills and feeds on bacteria. They are called as bacteriophages or T4-phages. These bacteriophages are very helpful. It's a very important genetic tool which helps in many ways, which you will definitely learn with me in future videos. Then next we have in 1949, John Franklin, Thomas Weller, Frederick Rollins. They grew a poliovirus in cultured human embryo cells, which was a new one that time, from the older animal and egg cells. This helped Jonas Salk to make an effective polio vaccines against poliovirus. Then the first images of viruses were obtained by electron microscope, which was discovered in 1931 by the German engineers Ernest Röska and Max Knoll. This is just a small beginning of what the history says in virus. And viruses are evolved from thousands of years ago. the mystery remains unsolved till now. Till now, we are fighting a war with viruses. Let it be if the viruses causes cancer, if it has caused AIDS, or even respiratory syndromes which are fighting right now with novel coronavirus, bird flu virus, avian flu virus, SARS virus, MERS virus. So further on in my next video, you are going to see further history of viruses, where we learn in depth how these viruses are evolved. We'll continue this video in my next thing. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And my request to my students of Green Valley Schools, please stay home, stay safe. Listen to your parents. Be hygienic. Wash your hands properly. Take bath daily. See to that when you're playing in your home, please, before eating any snacks, before having tea or before having lunch, breakfast, dinner, wash your hands properly. After having your breakfast, after having your snacks, gargle your mouth properly. Please be hygienic. Stay at home. Stay safe. Thank you. Take care.